What's up everyone, this is Alvi here again, and today I'm doing a review of the ASUS Zenfone Max, the smartphone that I failed to kill in 2 whole days. I'll save the rest and jump to the main point. The Zenfone Max's 5000 mAh battery is an absolute monster. It takes forever to drain but also forever to top up, requiring over 4 hours of charging to get from 0 to 100%. Over the course of the review, I used the smartphone a lot, and that's actually an understatement. In fact, I may have spent around 12 hours playing Bloons Tower Defense 5, but the point still remains. I couldn't drain the battery in 2 days. I actually got around 9 hours of screen on time throughout my usage on the smartphone, and that's an average. I actually maxed out at 12 hours when I was using it at its absolute power saving mode and not playing that many games on it. Bottom line, if you really need a smartphone that's going to last you a very long time, this is the one to get. Absolutely amazing performance in this department. You get a Snapdragon 410 processor, which is quad-core and 64-bit and is clocked at 1 GHz. If you're not familiar with the Snapdragon 410, it's an entry-level smartphone chip. And having said that, I initially thought I wouldn't really see the effect or the difference because of it. When I played my usual lot of games, everything was working absolutely fine. Everything was nice and smooth on Modern Combat 5, on Asphalt 8, and Bloons Tower Defense 5. But the moment I started playing GTA San Andreas, I was like, okay, this is not good, okay? There is a lot of frame skipping, there's a lot of lag, and basically even if you dial down all the settings on GTA San Andreas, you're not gonna get a smooth experience. But on the flip side, it worked pretty fine on all the other games that I tried. You also get 2 GB of RAM, and with that you get some decent amount of multitasking capabilities. I was able to keep Modern Combat 5, Asphalt 8, and Bloons TD5 open simultaneously, and I could comfortably switch between them without any issue. A good part about this is that you get 32 GB of built-in storage. Design-wise, ASUS did a pretty impressive job. This isn't any full metal premium package that you've got going on here, but ASUS made it look pretty good. The back is removable and has that faux leather texture that we're very familiar with here at Techitron, and the sides are made of this matte plastic finish which kind of mimics metal. If you take off the back, you get access to the SIM card slots as well as the microSD card slot, but the battery is not removable. Around the chin of the device, you get that ASUS signature design which you'll find across all of their product lineup, but right above that you get the capacitive keys which don't light up, and that was kind of disappointing for me. Even though you've got a 5000 mAh battery hiding inside, I was quite surprised at how light the smartphone was and how slim it felt in the hand. It's got a subtle curve to it and does not at all feel like that behemoth that you would expect something with a 5000 mAh battery to be. The cameras were a strong point of this smartphone. The camera technology being used is Toshiba's Pixelmaster 2.0. The main camera is a 13 megapixel sensor and has an aperture of f2.0, while the secondary camera has a 5 megapixel sensor. I was quite impressed with the quality of the images that were delivered by these cameras, especially the main one. One of the most impressive things about the main camera is the laser autofocus, and as you can see in this demonstration, it is extremely fast. The camera software itself is quite impressive too, as ASUS has a plethora of offerings, especially in the mode section, but it's got very quick access to the manual camera, something that I really found that I appreciated, because you don't really want to go and scroll through an entire long menu to actually get into the manual function mode. So the fact that there's just one button there that does everything for you is great. The display is a 5.5-inch IPS panel, which is HD in terms of resolution and actually looks pretty good. The brightness goes up very high, and so it's easily viewable in daylight, and it goes low enough so you can use it comfortably in the dark, as what I did when I was playing 12 hours of Bloons TD5. Yeah. Okay, moving on. It's covered with Corning's Gorilla Glass 4, which is very impressive in this price point. Viewing angles of this are pretty good, and color reproduction is also really nice, but what I especially liked about the smartphone is that it's got a blue light filter which you can activate from the drop down in the settings menu. Speaking of the software, you've got Android 6.0 Marshmallow, which is not at all running stock. You get ASUS's custom Zen UI over here, most of which are, well, basically applications that you can find on the Play Store, and my gosh did ASUS pack this with globe breath. It's got ASUS's entire application suite that you'll find on the Play Store in the smartphone, and at one point it gets a little bit annoying. The responsiveness of the user interface is actually quite impressive, and overall ASUS has a very unified and cohesive experience over here. If you're a person who would actually like to try out some of these features, such as the launcher itself, you can actually just go to the Play Store and download it on your smartphone and just check out if you like it or not. To conclude, for 6,290 Taka, the Zenfone Max is a very awesome offering, especially if you're into that really massive battery. My gosh, that battery, I still can't get over this fact. I'm really gonna miss this battery whenever I review any other smartphone because I really appreciated that I didn't need to top it off at the end of the day. But other highlights are the excellent camera, as well as the pretty decent software. You'll be able to play most of your games that you want on it too, and overall, it's a very well-rounded package with more or less everything that you could want in a mid-range smartphone. I really hope you liked this review. Please stay tuned for more awesome content like this and drop us a like and some comments in the sections right below if you feel like you want to express your opinions or you want to see something in particular. Thank you for watching, subscribe, find us on Facebook, and definitely wait for some more awesome content from us.